Hello, my name is Jacob Fraker. I'm the Legislative Associate with CFRI, and I'm here to talk to you today a little bit about my journey and kind of my issues around cystic fibrosis. It's hard to say, I don't think there is any one aspect of cystic fibrosis, oh, this is the hardest thing, because we're all very different, and so those impact us differently in different ways, and it can be kind of challenging. For me, I think the most difficult part about CF is planning for my future. I'm someone who's very career driven and wants to do a lot of things, and so it is so very difficult for me to plan okay, what does 5 years look like down the road? What does 10 years look like down the road? My normal kind of therapy routine takes me easily 2 hours a day, but with situations going on right now with the smoke quality as bad as it is, now I have to double that. And then one thing that I kind of count as therapy is making sure I'm eating enough every day, right? So we have to eat so much food. One, that's expensive, and two, I don't have enough time in the day. I can't eat when I'm doing my therapy, so that's 2 to 4 hours every day that I'm not able to eat. But that is such a huge part of my therapy, right? My weight is so directly correlated to my health outcomes and my respiratory outcomes that I have to build in times to eat every day.
Hi, I'm Rohini McKee, and this is Ria. She is 2.5 years old. Ria was diagnosed with cystic fibrosis through the newborn screening process. So we found out about the diagnosis at day 30 of Ria's life, and we have since then been seeing doctors and treating Ria, and she has been a champ about it all. I find one of the hardest part about cystic fibrosis is that Ria can't be in close proximity to someone else who's experiencing it. So I can hold her hand during the vest. I can always help her with her meal prep, but I don't understand what's going on inside of her. It's really hard, and it's heartbreaking that she can't, just go and be with another friend and talk about it. Yes, this is a significant part of her life, but this is not her. She is so much more than just this diagnosis, and I don't ever want her to be made to feel like this defines her, because it doesn't.
My name is Melissa. I am 33 years old, and I have cystic fibrosis. The days in the ICU before the transplant, there was not enough minutes in the day. I didn't have much left in me to hold on to. A couple hours later, a fellow came into my room and told me they had organs for me. Unfortunately, I am on oxygen post-transplant. I actually wasn't on oxygen leading up to my transplant. So once I had a couple of lung injuries and had to go on the oxygen a second time, we didn't know how long it would be staying. At this point, it seems like it's going to be permanent. And last fall, I sat myself down and decided I wasn't going to wait until I was off oxygen to do the things I loved.
My name is Eric Puzia. This is my wife, Marta Puzia, and this is Natalie Puzia. Natalie is 4.5, and she was diagnosed with cystic fibrosis shortly after she was born through the newborn blood screen. She is homozygous deletion 2,3. It's a class 1 mutation for which there are no therapies currently. The most challenging part of CF is really not knowing what tomorrow will bring and not being able to plan for tomorrow. Our lives are always somewhat in flux, and we don't really know what to expect or when to expect it, and make any sort of long-term decisions. So our hopes for the future for Natalie and CF are certainly that CF becomes more of a background issue as opposed to the main issue in her life. We would love for her to lead as normal of a life as possible, be able to follow her hopes and dreams, whatever they may be, whether that's college and marriage.
She probably will have to make choices around the CF, but I just don't want the CF to limit her in any way. I think that would be happy life for us.